All right, y'all. This is the big bombshell news that the MAGA cultists have been promising. They've promised evidence linking Joe and Hunter Biden in shady business dealings, y'all. They've been promising us this, okay? Now, this isn't gonna be like those other, that other blockbuster witness that was gonna expose the Biden crime family. Now, is it?
Well, unfortunately, we can't track down the informant. We're hopeful that the informant is still there. The whistleblower knows the informant. The whistleblower is very credible.
Missing? Well, excuse me, Mr. James Clueless Comer. Whatever do you mean?
Hold on a second, Congressman. Did you just say that the whistleblower or the informant is now missing?
Well, we're hopeful that we can find the informant. Now, remember, these informants are kind of in the spy business, so they don't make a habit of being seen a lot or being high profile or anything like that.
Spy industry? Clueless Comer, are you meaning to tell the conservative nation that your witness is a spy of some sort? Is this witness credible, Mr. Comer?
He's very credible, and the people on MSNBC who made fun of me when I said we had an informant that was missing, they should feel like fools right now.
They are fools.
And this is their worst nightmare because, again, this is a credible witness that the FBI flew all the way to Brussels to interview and sent several agents to interview.
Well, he said that strongly and powerfully. I guess we can trust this MAGA cultist. The one called Clueless Comer.
The lost informant in the House Oversight Committee's investigation of President Biden and his family has been found, and he's been indicted on 8 federal charges and accused of being a Chinese spy. This was the informant who, if you'll remember back in May, House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer said had gone missing, an informant who he claimed had serious evidence implicating Joe and Hunter Biden. Gal Luft, that's his name, a dual citizen of the U.S. and Israel, has been indicted in the Southern District of New York on various charges, including arms trafficking and acting as an unregistered foreign agent, quote, working to advance the interests of China. In a statement, U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said Luft, quote, engaged in multiple serious criminal schemes. He subverted foreign agent registration laws in the United States to seek to promote Chinese policies by acting through a former high-ranking U.S. government official. He acted as a broker in deals for dangerous weapons and Iranian oil, and he told multiple lies about his crimes to law enforcement.
This man, Gal Luft, who James Comer and...
Hold on.
Stupidity.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay,
I got a checklist.
So he's your man. That Congressman Comer, the head of oversight, Senator Ron Johnson has been on TV a lot talking about this man as well. They've hung their case. They said he can tell the story of the alleged Biden crime family doing business with China, et cetera. He is accused in an 8-count indictment, among other things, of being an illegal arms broker, an unregistered...
Hold on. Illegal arms dealer, okay.
Unregistered agent for the Chinese government.
We're working with the Chinese illegally, okay. I get that one.
Helping China to get Iranian oil in violation of U.S. sanctions.
Okay, hold on. I've got to put down illegally smuggling Iranian oil for the Chinese communist. There's a lot to write here. Chinese Communist Party Okay, so wait, hold on a second. Okay, because this is a lot, and I'm a simple country lawyer. So we got the Chinese espionage, we've got the illegal arms dealer, and we've got him illegally smuggling Iranian oil for the Chinese Communist Party. Does that have it? Does that?
Well,
that
and then just to put a period on the end of the sentence, and then lying to federal agents about all of it.
All right, forget all that. Forget all that. This is going to be the real blockbuster, y'all. This is going to be the real blockbuster. The MAGA cultists are finally going to stay true to their word, y'all. They're going to stay true to their word and reward us. Reward us for all the taxpayer money, our taxpayer money, that they spent investigating for years. For more than 4 years, investigating Hunter and Joe Biden. So it's time for a celebration, y'all. And I got myself a little treat. Let's see here. I hope you guys got a little celebration too. Myself, I got a 12-year-old. Shiva's rare. Finally, Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, down. All right, we're going to celebrate.
And right now, Hunter Biden's longtime friend and former business partner, Devon Archer, is scheduled to answer questions before the House Oversight Committee. He reportedly plans to tell the committee about President Biden's interactions with dozens of Hunter's business associates while he was vice president and alleged ties to his son's overseas business deals. The New York Post front page is describing Archer as an arch enemy.
Well, all right. This seems promising. All right.
New York Post columnist Miranda Devine is a Fox News contributor and author of the book Laptop from Hell. Miranda, do you know, does Archer, is he mad? You know, like, is he mad that he's the one who is facing jail time? Is he mad that he's been made to go through this and that so far Hunter Biden looked like he was almost going to get a sweetheart plea deal? And could that affect this interview he does today?
Look, I think the feeling is that he really doesn't have anything to lose. And also, friends say that he feels that he's been hung out to dry and abandoned by the Bidens. And that's been a feeling he's had for a long time. But now that his jail sentence is imminent, he still maintains his innocence. And he just feels that, I guess he didn't want to throw himself into the middle of this controversy, but since he was asked to come and testify, he figured he would cooperate and just tell the truth, tell what he knows without fear or favour. And I think he knows quite a lot because he was, as Hunter Biden described him himself, Hunter's best friend in business. Hunter Biden even at one point said, you know, your family, you're part of one of the great families, the Biden family, and we will never abandon you. And he was there witnessing when Hunter Biden would put his father on speakerphone up to 24 times during business meetings with these overseas, benefactors, these oligarchs and other shady characters. And he was also at 2 dinners at Cafe Milano in Georgetown at which Hunter Biden introduced his father to his overseas business partners. We reported on one from April 16, 2015, and Joe Biden denied initially that he had met the Ukrainian business partner, but later the White House, after the election, admitted our reporting, which was that he went to this dinner, sat down and had dinner with Hunter's business partners from Ukraine, from Russia and from Kazakhstan. These were people who had given the Bidens millions of dollars, and they were sitting in a private room at Cafe Milano. Mm-hmm. So I think Devon Archer will be able to flesh out exactly what was said, if anything, during those meetings. I don't think Joe Biden said anything that you could pin on him. He's too clever for that.
Well, if he comes out and says in this interview that he was on the phone repeatedly, that may change things.
Well, all right. Finally, let's see what Representative of Arizona, Republican Mike Johnson, has to say.
Republican Congressman Mike Johnson serves on the House Judiciary Committee. And, sir, good morning to you. Thank you for your time. You should say good afternoon. That is force of habit right there. My bad. What do you expect to come from this today, sir?
Well, this could be a blockbuster moment. We've needed another breakthrough. You know, the House has been doing our responsibility, our duty under the Constitution, and that is to investigate these alleged bribery and extortion scandals, these abuses of power. And the more stones that we overturn, the more scandals we uncover. And this is a key witness. Of course, Mr. Archer was intimately involved in the personal and business affairs of Hunter Biden and very likely his father. So what he says today in that room will have a big bearing, I think, on the direction of these investigations.
Okay, you're knee deep in this investigation. Why are you not in Washington listening to this in person?
Oh, I wish I could be there. I'm not on the Oversight Committee. I serve on House Judiciary and the Weaponization Committee. And this is particularly and specifically an Oversight Committee hearing. So we have key members there. Jim Jordan, who is the chair of the House Judiciary Committee, as you know, and also on Oversight, is there in the room, as are other members. And, of course, our expert professional staff who are deep in the weeds on all the evidence. And they'll be asking Mr. Archer questions, you know, for 2 hours. The Republican side has 2 full hours. And I think it's going to be very, very revealing.
When do you
find out?
Yeah, when do you believe that we will learn about what he said? Could that be this afternoon?
Well, it may be. I expect some of our members may be talking to the press after this. Chad just mentioned there in his report that the full transcript will be available in 3 to 4 days, and that will be anxiously anticipated by a lot of people. You know, what we believe Mr. Archer is going to say is that he was involved in these exchanges on the telephone, for example, conference calls where the president himself was involved, being introduced to these foreign oligarchs and foreign business dealings that Hunter was involved in. And of course, that goes directly against everything he has said from the beginning about this. And we think this corruption goes back several years, all the way back to when he was vice president. This is a serious, serious matter.
Devon Archer, a lot of viewers just really getting to know this man right now. He goes back for years with Hunter Biden when it comes to business. However, he's about to go to jail. And if you look at this, guys, call for number 2, sentenced to a year in prison for securities fraud and conspiracy charges. Hasn't happened yet. Ordered to pay $15 million in forfeiture and $43 million in restitution, and losses appealed just about 3 months last month in the month of June. What is his incentive to cooperate today?
Well, nobody can get into the mind and the heart of Mr. Archer, but my suspicion is that he wants to come clean. He has nothing to lose now. He is going to be sentenced to prison for his involvement with the Native American tribes and all of that. But that doesn't change the value of what he has witnessed, the evidence that he has. And you see the Democrats pulling out every stop, including the Department of Justice. I mean, whether or not they were trying to suggest that he should immediately be imprisoned over the weekend is not the point. It's the brazen intervention. They're following a playbook the Democrats in Congress have used in our Weaponization Committee investigation, for example. They try to intimidate the witnesses, and then they try to discredit the information they bring forward. I don't think it's going to work here. I think there are too many sources of evidence and backup for this, and I think that people are seeing right through it.
Okay, I got 1 minute. I got 2 more topics. The DOJ move with the letter on Saturday. Did you read much into that? Because apparently Archer's lawyers did not.
Well, we did, because as I was saying, this is kind of the playbook. We should have expected it. A letter on a Saturday? I mean, come on. Everybody can see right through it. Myself and other members of Judiciary were ready to jump on planes last night and come to D.C. because if indeed they had tried to prevent him from testifying today, which is what it looked like, we would have hauled Merrick Garland himself in for questioning. This goes all the way to the top, and that's the great concern that everybody has.
Bombshell! Finally, all our taxpayer dollars are gonna see that Joe Biden was involved with Hunter Biden's shady business dealings, y'all. Say what? Say again? All right, y'all. All right, I'm getting word that the witness has given testimony, and the reporters are interviewing the congressman on what the witness has said. Let's go live. Let's play it live.
He did describe that there were approximately 20 occasions over the course of their nearly decade-long business relationship where, when one of them called the other that Hunter Biden would ask his father to say hello to whomever he was at dinner. He said there were some times when it was friends and sometimes when it was potential business partners or business partners. But the witness was unequivocal and stated very clearly that they never discussed any business on that phone conversations. There were niceties, and there was a hello, and we talked about the weather or whatever it was, but it was never any business. And I think it's really important to remember that during this time period that we're talking about here, Beau Biden, Hunter Biden's brother and President Biden's son, became very ill with cancer and died. That was in the spring of 2015. And the witness described in vivid detail about how devastating that was to both Hunter Biden and to Joe Biden, and how their communications picked up dramatically in the aftermath, because Joe Biden was calling his son to check on him, and Hunter Biden was calling his dad to check on him. It had nothing to do with business, and that is the sum and substance of what the testimony was.
What? All right. Well, that was a Democrat. That was a Democrat. All right, that was a Democrat. Can't trust them Democrats. Hold on, y'all. Was there any Republican congressman that spoke out about the blockbuster witness testimony? No. Oh. Let's go to Republican Congressman of Arizona, Congressman Andy Biggs.
Can you talk about the bribe at all? The $5 million bribe?
He didn't know anything about it.
He didn't know anything about that?
No, it was in 23. He didn't know anything about that.
All right. I'm going to put away my 12-year-old Chivas Real because these MAGA cultists has poo-pooed this night again. They poo-pooed it, y'all. They poo-pooed it.